So next proof number 3, very important proof. What is the relationship between root A into root B and root over AB? What is the relationship between root A and root B and root AB? Root A into root B and root AB. What is the relationship between these two? You come across this type of expressions in surds, complex numbers, okay? And even though in exponents and powers concept. So here our goal is to find relationship between root A into root B and root AB. So here what is A and B? Here A and B are any numbers. They may be real or complex. Any two numbers. Okay. So they may be real or complex. Avi real numbers aina problem ledu, complex numbers aina problem ledu. So let's start. Let us consider let x is equal to root A into root B and y is equal to root over AB. So here we are considering x is equal to root A into root B, y is equal to root AB. It's like we are giving names to them, that's all. Now this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. Okay, now apply squaring on both sides. Apply squaring on both sides for equation 1 and equation 2. Okay, now so I just want to eliminate square roots here, radical symbols. Square root. How can we eliminate square root? By applying squaring. So apply squaring on both sides. So equation 1 becomes x square is equal to root A into root B whole square. X square is equal to, it's like AB whole power m. What is the formula in exponents and powers? A power m into B power m. And square root get cancelled. Here also square and square root get cancelled. You will get x square is equal to here A into B. X square is equal to A into B. Let it be equation number 3. Similarly, apply squaring on both sides for equation number 2. Y becomes y square is equal to root over AB whole square. Okay. So square and square root get cancelled. You will get y square is equal to AB. Y square is equal to AB. Equation number 4. Now compare equation number 3 and 4. Ee 3 ni 4 ni compare cheyandi. Okay na? So if you observe 3 and 4, equation 3 and equation 4, RHS are different. RHS terms are different, but LHS terms are same. Common LHS terms. So if here LHS terms are different, but RHS terms are same. Okay na? So if RHS are equal, automatically LHS are also equal. LHS terms are also equal. So x square is equal to AB, y square is equal to AB. AB, common term. So x square is equal to y square is equal to AB. So from this relation, x square is equal to y square. Transpose y square, you will get x square minus y square is equal to 0. It's like a square minus b square. What is the formula for a square minus b square identity? A plus b into a minus b. A plus b into a minus b. This is algebraic identity. So a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. Apply this identity here. Here a is equal to x, b is equal to y. Now this formula becomes, this equation becomes x plus y into x minus 1. A plus b into a minus b. Okay, now x square minus y square can be rewritten as x plus y into x minus b is equal to 0. This product is equal to 0. Either x plus y is equal to 0 or x minus y is equal to 0. So from this equation x is equals to minus y, or from this equation transpose minus y, you will get plus y. Plus y becomes minus y becomes plus y. We have two solutions for this equation. Okay, now we have two solutions for this equation. X is equal to minus y, x is equal to plus y. What is x? What is the exact expression for x? X is equals to root a into root b is equal to, what is y? Root over ab. So root a into root b is equal to minus root over ab is solution number 1. This is one solution. What is the another solution? X is equal to y, root a into root b. What is y? Root over ab. This is my second solution. So what is the relationship between root a and root b and root over ab? Two relations. Okay, now two formulas. One is root a into root b is equal to minus root ab, and root a into root b is equal to plus root ab. Okay, now so here we have two formulas. One is negative root ab, one is positive root ab. So what are the cases, what are the possibilities to consider this formula or this formula? Okay, now for what situations we have to consider this formula, and for what in which cases we have to apply this formula? So let us discuss further. So root a into root b is equal to minus root ab, root a into root b is equal to plus root ab. This formula is applicable. Root a into root b is equal to root over ab, and this formula is valid. This formula is valid when one of a and b is non-negative. One of a and b is non-negative. Okay, now so a and b lo at least a gaani b gaani non-negative avvali, negative avvakoodadu. And remember, this formula is valid for real and complex number systems. Okay, na? So we can use this formula in case of real and complex number systems. Okay, na? So what about this formula? Root a into root b is equal to minus root over ab. This formula is valid. This formula is valid when both a and b are negative. So a is negative, b is negative. Okay, na? Then we can apply this formula. Root a into root b is equal to minus root over ab. Now, what is the use of this formula? So actually this formula is applicable for only complex number systems. Complex number system. Okay. So let us see what is the importance of this formula. Okay. In complex number system, we have a letter I. So I for iota. I means iota. What is the value of I? I means root over minus 1. So what is the value of I square? I square is equal to minus 1. Value of I square is minus 1 and I is root over minus 1. Suppose we need answer for this question. Root over minus 1 to root over minus 1. Root over minus 1 into root over minus 1. So in general, if you consider iota, I into I square, what is the answer? I square value minus 1. Okay, now this is fixed value in complex number system. Okay, so this value is compulsory to find solutions of x square plus 1 is equal to 0. This is actually introduced to find roots of or solution of this equation. Okay, so anyhow, I means iota, root over minus 1, I square is equal to minus 1. This is, I'm talking about complex number system. So, and what is one more solution for root over minus 1 into root over minus 1? If you consider root a into root b, Generally we consider root over AB. Root over AB means minus 1 into minus 1. Minus into minus plus. Root over 1 means plus 1. This is one solution. And okay. Now we have one more solution. Root A into root, for example, root A into root B. Root A. What is the formula? Root A whole square. So similarly here, root A into root A. Root A whole square. Square root get cancelled. You will get that. Minus 1. Okay. These are all different possibilities or different answers for root over minus 1 to root over minus 1. But remember, here minus 1 is not equal to plus 1. Minus 1 is not equals to plus 1. An expression cannot have two different outputs. So that's why we consider root A into root B is equal to minus root over AB when A and B are negative. Both A and B are negative. So here A is negative, B is negative. Okay now? So A is negative, B is negative means we have to apply this formula. So root A into root B is equal to minus root over AB. So, okay now? So it cannot be equal to plus 1. So this value must be equal to minus 1 because we considered the value of I square is minus 1 and root over minus 1 is I. So అందుకే ఏం చేశారంటే వాళ్ళు ఈ ఫార్ములాని జనరలైజ్ చేసి ఈ ఫార్ములా కాంప్లెక్స్ నెంబర్ సిస్టమ్ లో ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేశారు. సో root A into root B is equal to minus root AB. So it means now root over minus 1 to root over minus 1 will be minus root, here A is negative, B is negative. So what is the formula? Minus root over AB, minus 1 to minus 1. You will get minus root over plus 1. So minus root over 1 means minus 1. Okay, now this is the application of this formula.